So the internet is about to become completely made up. Let me explain. See, with AI, we're generating more content than we've ever done in the history of humanity at a pace which is ridiculous. You can create human-like articles in a matter of 10 seconds rather than someone sitting down and writing these articles. Obviously, this is inspired by other humans and everyone else's work, which makes it so lifelike. But then there's this notion of synthetic data. AI is running out of human data to train on. They've basically used all of the internet more or less to create what it's creating now, which means then AI is now starting to learn based on data that AI has created. So then the next time in the near future when you start creating more models of artificial intelligence, they'll be trained on what other models of artificial intelligence have created. They'll be the children of other AI. And then at that pace, when you're generating things on the internet and AI is learning from AI to produce content that's been put back onto the internet, the vast majority of the content you will have in a very, very short amount of time will be not things that people write or people make or people come up with. It will just be AI spitting out content, filling the internet. If you can imagine a pie chart, 99% of the content that's on the internet today are created by humans at a very logarithmically rapid rate. It's going to be possibly 1% of the content that's the internet, because the speed at which AI can generate content versus what we do is ridiculous. There's no comparison whatsoever, which means humans will no longer be the predominant contributor to the very web that is meant to be the source and the repository of all human knowledge. The internet, what is today the repository of all human knowledge, information, interaction, will in fact be a space where we are but a small minority. The rest will just be our creations who've taken over. And it's a very bizarre feeling. Where do you go to find human data? Where do you go to find things that humans have come up with? I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I'm very agnostic when it comes to AI. I think it's interesting. It can solve a lot of problems. Even imagery, right? Again, this is the whole internet can very quickly become synthetic when it comes down to images. Today, sure, people edit photos and Photoshop photos and adjust photos and all of that. But at the end of the day, it's photos that they've captured from the real world, right? Very soon, when you look at Midjourney, when you look at DALL-E 3, when you look at all these programs that are out there, the quality of these images are at par with images that are taken with DSLRs or smartphones. In fact, there are now new image models that generate images that look like they came out of smartphones specifically to emulate what smartphone images look like. Which means in a very short amount of time, which is happening right now, a ridiculous number of photos will be produced and uploaded to the internet that have a strong to nearly 100% resemblance to genuine photos. And there's very little you can do with watermarking and adding metadata to differentiate that. There's always a way around, which means we're producing a world, a virtual world with words that were never spoken and images that have never existed. Even those images will be then used to train new images, which means the separation between what exists on the internet and what is the Homo sapien reality of the planet will spread further away than the expansion of the universe. Which begs the question, How do we bridge the two?